Allahu Akbar.
Takbir. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
As everyone settles down, I'm going to move to this side of the stage. With respected ulama and the mashayikh of our deen, I can't place my back to my scholars. I am the only one who is truly not a scholar on the stage, so I cannot turn my back to the elders and the ulama of our deen. As I settle myself, I request one thing. I haven't been home in 38 days, and today is my last leg, my last talk. I ask for 8 minutes of silence. Ask your child to quiet down a little bit. My elders, I respectfully ask if one of your kids is saying something, maybe we could quiet down just for 8 minutes. After 8 minutes, if I'm still talking, make a lot of noise. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulih nabiyil kareem. All praise and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who gave us this stage. All praise and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who gave us friends like that here. All praise and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who gathered ulama from around the world and gave us the opportunity to sit and listen to them. I ask you to do one thing for me before we start today's Agree to Disagree. Praise Allah for one thing that happened today. Today, TSA didn't take me in. Today, the police didn't bother me. Today, my mom was happy with me. Today, my wife said, go ahead. You haven't been home. I was supposed to be home last night. She said, no, go to New York. I praise Allah. And I ask you to do the same with me. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum. Qul. Subhanallah. Say Subhanallah. Brother was saying Subhanallah in the book. Subhanallah.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah.
Now we start. Because we have praised Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the haqq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the praise, dhikran kathiran. Today I'm supposed to talk to you about how to disagree. I'm supposed to tell you, brothers, how are we going to disagree in our religion? And I say one small thing. To all the people who realize we are New Yorkers, it is in our blood to disagree. It is the way we act. It's how you get on the bus. You give someone a nod and you're like, what's up? You tell me that's how we function. We are New Yorkers. But I will give you and share with you a small story. 13 days ago from today, I was sitting with my hand not on the Kaaba, but underneath the khilaf of the Kaaba. And I said, oh Allah, join the Muslim Ummah. And I said, oh Allah, wake up the giants of North America. And I said, oh Allah, New York, Chicago, Seattle, Los Angeles, oh Allah, wake these people up, for when these giants wake up, then the ulama will have people to lead. So I finished this dua 13 days ago and I came back and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed me to address 4,000 people at Intl. And from Intl to New York, and from New York to Arizona, and from Arizona to Seattle, Washington, and from Seattle, Washington back to Arizona, and from there all the way to California for 5 days. I met ulama, I met Seerah, and mashayikh from all over the United States. And you know one thing we didn't do for 10 days? We didn't disagree. In 10 days of speech, Seerah never said, Wisam, are you praying globally or are you praying locally? Yasir Ali didn't say, are you going to play Salat al-Tarawih 8 rak'ah or 20 rak'ah? And so I thought to myself, the last final leg of 40 days away from home was New York. And where was I raised? And where did Intl go? Listen to my Quran here in New York. Allah gave me this chance here. So today, please listen to my 8 minutes. Please listen to what I've waited since I was a little kid at West Very Muslim. Listen to the It could be Dhaka, it could be Sylhet, it could be Punjab, it could be Hyderabad, it could have been anywhere, Madinah, it could have been Iskandariya. We all end up in New York. And like any other human being, we come to New York and we see the jungle of Manhattan. And we say we have to hang on to Islam. But my Islam is from Dhaka. My Islam is from Iskandariya. My Islam is from Hyderabad. So then I need 10 other people. And I need the Tamil Muslim who says, Sariman. And I said, no, I don't speak Tamil. But we're both Muslims. We came here and we started living in Queens, Manhattan, Brooklyn, where there was less money, where there were people pushing you on the bus. There wasn't a place to park. So we started fighting the average person. And then on Friday, we came to the masjid. And he prayed here, and I prayed here. And this was different. And this didn't make sense to me. So I started to fight these people, and in New York today, we are split because of Aqidah, we are split because of Madahib, we are split because I go to Westbury and you go to Bayshore, we are split because Muslim Center is here and there's another Muslim Center over there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has broken our hearts because we have left His remembrance. So I ask you one question. Did you come to America so that you could preserve Indian Islam, or did you come here on the ayah of Surah 39, ayah number 2? Inna anzalna. Indeed, we have revealed. We have revealed a kitab bil-haq. We have revealed a book with truth. So this book was not about praying Hanafi or Shafi. It wasn't about Sufi or Tablighi. It wasn't about Tariq Jamil. It wasn't about Tariq Ramadan. It was about Allah. It was about worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to give sincerity to this religion. Religion was khalis, was clean and pure. This religion was like the milk that came out of a cow. This religion was like the blood that the shuhada has spilled. This religion is like the blue of the sky. This religion is clear like the water. This is why you came here. So when you come here and you bring one type of Islam back up and say, oh Allah, what was my purpose? And what was my function? What was I supposed to do here in America? I was supposed to educate my children. I was supposed to learn more about Islam, not what I learned back home with Islam. So today, in 6 or 7 minutes, how do we disagree in Islam? I'll start with point number 1. Who is the most person that we're going to disagree with? Muslims or non-Muslims? I'm asking the question. Who would Muslims disagree with? Muslims or non-Muslims? Non-Muslim, right? You wouldn't disagree with a Muslim. The first person I'm going to disagree if someone says, Yahud and Nasara, I'm going to disagree. Let's start there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Imran, Allah tells us how to disagree with non-Muslims, not Muslims. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to us, قُلْ يَا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ تَعَالَوْا إِلَىٰ كَلِمَةٍ سَوَاءٍ بَيْنَنَا If you're going to disagree with a kafir, a disbeliever, then bring him to a simple word. You believe in God? I believe in God. You believe Jesus was born a virgin birth? I believe that. كَلِمَةٍ سَوَاءٍ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ. Did Allah tell you to go there and start bashing the Bible? Bash the Bible, bash the Torah. No one ever said that. So Allah wants us to disagree, sisters, with non-Muslims and bring them to one kalimah. أَلَّا نَعْبُدَ اللَّهِ, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَلَا نُشْرِكَ بِهِ, and not to associate any partners with God. So brothers and sisters, I have a small question for you. If Stephanie outside, I'm supposed to have nice words with Stephanie outside, how am I supposed to deal with a Muslim? If I disagree something with this Muslim, then how am I supposed to speak with him? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us in Surah Nahl, this is in the 14th para, the 14th juz, He reminds us, "Ud'u ila sabili rabbik." Give the message of Islam bil hikmah wal maw'izati hasanah. To give the message of Islam with wisdom. So the first topic when you become Muslim is, are you Hanafi or are you Shafi'i? How is that the first topic? How could that be? Are you Salafi or Tablighi? It doesn't make any sense to you. It doesn't make any sense to us. I just took Shahada, and you're going to ask me, are you right here or here? How could that be a place to start our conversation? So I ask you on the hikmah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us, bil-hikmah wal-maw'izati al-hasanah, and speak to the people with the best instruction. So don't start with the biha, non-the-biha. Don't start with 20 rak'ah or 8 rak'ah. Start with 3 basic principles. The first principle that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us, وَجَادِلْهُمْ بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. And if you have to disagree with someone, disagree nicely. Excuse me, brother, I don't eat misana. Do you? That's okay. I don't pray broken tarawih. I pray all together in one place. I finish the Quran in Ramadan, but you don't. Come on. That's okay. Ulama of this deen have said, if you want to eat this, you can eat this. Ulama of our deen said, if you want to pray 8, then pray 8. If you want to pray 20, then pray 20. Ulama of our deen have made our religion difficult. But sister, just because she's not wearing hijab, doesn't mean she doesn't deserve your love. Brother, just because he doesn't look or pray as much as you do, it's fine. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, argue with ahsan, with the best of argument. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. Wallahu a'lamu, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows who has gone astray, who is fasik. Allah knows. It's not my job to say kafir, fasik, zalim, sometimes Muslim, sometimes. It's not our job. I'm al-Huda, I'm Ibn sister, I don't go to masjid at all. Is that my job? It has never been our job. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, He knows who goes astray, and He knows who is min al-muhtadeen, who is from the guided. So I ask you to take 3 things from today's talk about disagreement. 3 things. Number 1, acknowledge, but you don't have to do it. And every person, from Muslim Center to Jamaica Muslim Center to Westbury, Long Island, will do this one thing, guys. Acknowledge. All you have to do is acknowledge. And you cannot. Do ulama say that it's okay to eat outside meat? Yes, they do. I'm going to acknowledge that. Do I eat outside meat? No. Is it halal? Yes. Do I do it? No. Muslims need to acknowledge it's okay, but I don't do it. I'll give you one example. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam came with a contract to Quraysh. On the contract, it said, Muhammadur Rasulullah. What words did the Quraysh cross out? What words did they cross out?
Rasulullah.
Rasulullah. Now, his goal was Iqamatul Deen, was giving the religion precedence. When they crossed out Rasulullah, when they crossed out Hafiz Alim Mali, PhD, did he say anything?
Nope.
The big goal, acknowledge, but you don't have to do it.